Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the BuffRadio.com Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you'll surely feel naughty when you swallow their coffee. Shop Buff Boy Brewing's premium collections of coffee and tea at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough buff. Here's what's making news this August 19th. All week we've been talking about the sudden death of Hayden Panettiere. By now you've heard that the troubled star was found dead in a South Carolina apartment. She was there with her on-again, off-again, equally troubled boyfriend, Brian Hickerson. We're learning more about him and his brother, who's now in the mix. We've talked about the Airbnb apartment rental where the three reportedly were spending the weekend, allegedly where Brian and his brother Zach have been living. We've learned now that Zach is the one who found Panettiere on Sunday before calling 911, and she was later pronounced dead not even 1 hour later. Reportedly, Brian was sleeping in the other room. The police report notes that Zach was, quote, very emotional, end quote, when first responders were attempting to revive Panettiere. As for boyfriend Brian, NBC reports he wasn't emotional until Panettiere was declared dead at the scene. Initially, we heard that Narcan, that's for using to revive someone after an opioid overdose, was found on a mattress in the apartment. Now, according to the police report, Brian showed officers a, quote, bag of medication, end quote, that Panettiere was taking before she died. What that medication or medications were, we just don't know, only to learn that there were potentially 9 different drugs, though they were redacted in the police report. Hours after Panettiere's death was announced, police did say it was an ongoing investigation. Now that the boyfriend, the previously violent boyfriend, has shown off potentially lethal cocktails of drugs, it could change the direction of the investigation, especially with their troubled past. We'll get to that in a second. On Tuesday, brother Zach was bombarded with questions from reporters outside the apartment. Zach was quiet at first, but later said, "No comment, bro, and with no offense to you and what you're trying to do, this is private property. Please respect our privacy. I'm not going to answer anything that you ask me. I would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind just leaving us alone. I know you're just doing your job," end quote. It's private property, but it's not yours if you're a Airbnb renter, right? Anyway, so let's get back to that relationship, though, between Panettiere and Brian. As we talked about, the two have had a volatile relationship, violent romance, that includes arrests. In July 2019, he was arrested and charged with felony domestic violence. In February 2020, on Valentine's Day, he was arrested after allegedly punching her in the face. He was also hit with allegations of attempting to interfere with or intimidate a witness in the proceedings. He pleaded no contest to everything. In July 2020, he was hit with an 8-count case for corporal injury, assault with a deadly weapon, battery, and dissuading a witness. He later pleaded no contest to 2 felonies. He was sentenced to 45 days in jail, 4 years probation, domestic violence classes, restitution, and a 5-year protective order. 5 years. That's interesting timing, because we've heard that the couple has been more on than off throughout their initial relationship, which obviously, again, dates back several years. And don't think that police aren't taking that into consideration with all of this, right, during the investigation. And it said that the couple has just recently reconnected, more so in the past 2 weeks. Great reunion. Look what happened. Also suspect, or maybe suspicious is a better word, is Brian's Instagram account seems to have been deleted. He had about 2,000 followers, but it's noticeable it's gone. Now, there's no word if he did it or if Instagram did it, and I'll also note that it's not unusual for someone getting heavy scrutiny in the media to suddenly disappear on social media, but interesting to note that as well. That's Check of Your Celebrity Headlines for this Wednesday, August 19th. I'm back tomorrow right here on the BuffRadio.com Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you're sure